Hello everybody, greetings from Thailand, my temporary home here. And today's video is about channeling. I had somebody asking about channeling, so let's dive into it. What is channeling? Basically, channeling involves three parties, three people. Not really, because the spirit is not a person as such. So yeah, you have the channeler, you have the person receiving the message or the healing, and you have the spiritual part. So yeah, the entity, the deity, the Lord, the God. Could be also a past family member, or somebody that you know. So you're connecting to that, and you're bringing that energy through for that person to receive. As a channeler, it's really important to be literally to put yourself away outside, so you're not in the way of letting the energy stream through. The shamanic tradition, they talk about being a hollow bones, or really be that empty tunnel where the energy can pass through easily. That's one way of channeling, that you have the spiritual being, and you pass on the message, you pass on the healing. And what happens with both ways with that way is part of the channeler's energy gets also passed on to the person receiving the energy or the healing. And when you go and see a channeler, it's really important, or when you see a healer as well, look at their life. What are they, what are they doing in their private life? Are they taking drugs? Because you are getting some of that energy as well when you receive it, just by passing the energy through. And the other way of channeling is doing an invocation. So as the channeler, you can invite that being from the spirit world who doesn't have a body. You can invite that into you. It's called an invocation when you invite that being in. Sometimes I talk about possession, when you have a spiritual being coming in that you didn't invite. And it's very different. But I can tell you, it depends what energy you're bringing in to allow to take your body. It's like a world of difference. Like holy moly! Like the first person that I had, or like first person that passed away, so like a ghost. I allowed to come into my body to take over. It was just like, yeah, I won't do it a second time. Let's put it that way. It doesn't feel, no way. It does not feel good. It's very different when you invite another being from, from the sun or from the moon sphere in. They have a very different energy, and it's very strong, powerful, but also very light. So it's, yeah, very different. Every being has a different energy when you allow it to come into your body. And then when it's in your body, then of course this energy has a physical form. Now it uses your body, so it can physically touch a person, if there's some bones that need to be rearranged, or do something on you. Not do on you, but do on your customer. That's what I mean. If you're talking directly to a spiritual being and you're invoking that in, then obviously it will do stuff on you. Things to consider when you are channeling is you are not only passing on the energy from that being that you're channeling, but also part of your own energy. The second thing is, it's not free. Like, you're paying for it. You want spirit to do something for you, so they will ask something in return. So that's just how it is. Except if you're working with the bodhisattva, they have vowed to not ascend till all of humanity has found enlightenment. So if you work with the bodhisattvas for the purpose of enlightenment, they will not ask anything in return. And the third thing is that you only can connect to a level in the spiritual world from your level, so from where you are. So if you are in a shitty mood, you're grumpy, you're depressed, your vibration will be lower, and then you're connecting to the spirit world in that level, from that level. So you will receive, the beings you're contacting with are on that same frequency, they're on that same level. If you're in a happy, cheerful mood, you're in high vibration, you go into the spirit world, that's what you get, that's the beings you connect with. So it's really important every time you're connecting with the spirit world, like, don't go there when you're not at your best, so to say. There's other ways of clearing that energy, clear it, shake, clear it, shift it first, and then connect. So yeah, but when you are channeling, you are connecting to the spirit world, and you're bringing the message through for a person, or the healing for a person. And the beings you can connect with in the spirit world are literally, I don't even know where to start here. It's like a whole nother video. Literally, yeah, there is so many beings, and it's not love and light, guys. I don't get this. Like, so many people say, oh yeah, the spirit world is love and light, nothing will happen. Why do I need protection? Well, I got knocked out once and woke up on the floor because I didn't put my protection around me properly. So when you go into the spirit world, it's really, really, really important to have your protection set up, to have your protective bubble, to have your spirit guide, your soul family from the light, to have the elements there, to have, if you work with a gatekeeper or a spiritual protection guide, to really, really have that in place, and don't go there if you don't have that in place. I mean, you still can go there. That's what a lot of people do. They, gather at the beach or in the park, or, oh yeah, let's use a Ouija board or stuff like this. Yeah, you're very likely to pick up energies that you might not want to pick up, that you don't want to carry. But yeah, when you go into the spirit world, have your safety set up there, and also remember, it's not free. You're asking spirit something, so they will give you what you ask for, but they want something in return as well. So yeah, and it depends, who you're connecting with, what you're asking for, what contract you're going into. And remember, time is in other dimensions not what it is here on earth. Like, one day here on earth might be 500 years over there, and by asking that spirit for one thing, you might have agreed to serve him 3 days, which is 1500 years in their time. So that's a bloody long time, right? Holy moly. So yeah, have your protection in place, please, and also be aware of that trade. Otherwise, yeah, the spirit world is basically, you can imagine it a bit like million times bigger, multiplied what you can see here on earth. So here on earth you have the humans, in the old traditions that talk about for nation people. So you have, as they say, the yellow people, white people, black people, red people. And if you go into just a different country, you have, the people are different there. They have different rules. It's different governed. They have different, everything might be different depending where you go. And it's the same in the spirit world. Like, depending where you go, you have, different rules, different beings, and they can do different things for you, but they also will take from you if, you know. Then also you have here on earth, you have the animal kingdom. Just look at it. You have the animals that fly, you have the animals that walk on the earth, or jump like the kangaroos. You have the animals in the water, you have the animals under the earth, and within each animal kingdom you have a huge variety of animals as well. Same with the plant kingdom. You have, big trees, palm trees, pine trees, whatever trees, baobab trees, and you have, you have your flowers, you have your mushrooms, your plants, vegetables, herbs, fruits, all of that. So it's the same in the spirit world. When you go into another place, realm or dimension, you have, you have a huge variety in there, and there's so many factors that play a role. So don't go there without protection. And but now I still want to show you something, and I don't want to teach you how you can channel, but I want to show you how you can talk with, for example, your grandma, somebody that passed away. If I just explain it to you, if it doesn't work for you, you just have to do it a few days, or repeat it after, repeat it. But yeah, I do recommend to get your foundation sorted first, which is not a big thing. I can teach you this in a few hours, couple of days, depending how deep you want to go, what you want to do. And so basically you need to signal the spirit world that you want to talk to them, because for the spirit world there's no difference for them listening to what you say out loud in your mouth, or what is in your mind, but your thoughts coming out. And if you just think about it, what did you think in the last hour, or just during that video? You probably thought about a lot of things. And so if the spirit world would respond to every request, every worry, every anger, they might be angry at somebody, your life would be pretty messy. So you have to set a space or a time, so to say, that you're signaling, okay, I want to talk to the spirit world now. This is more important than all the million thoughts that I'm asking constantly. And so you can you can sit on your living room table, or you can sit outside, or wherever you feel comfortable, where you don't get disturbed. And you can light a candle for you to really signalize, okay, this is my space now. Also for your mind to quieten down, you can use an incense. That's also a way of thinning the veils between the worlds. Incense, the smoke. And then you just sit quietly and you just breathe, you just relax. You can focus on the candle and just really relax, empty your mind. You should have all your your setup go. So you should have your protective bubble up, you should have your soul family, your spirit guides from the light around you. You should have the elements there if you work with them. And yeah, you need to have your gatekeeper, your protection guide there, and a few other things. And so you open your sacred space, as I call it, and then you just ask for your grandmother. So you ask for, you basically say her name, say her full name, and really say, come in, I would like to talk to you. Please come in, I would like to talk to you. And it might take a minute, it might take 10 minutes. Just keep asking, but be mindful to really watch yourself, because when you call somebody, especially if it's somebody that you have a connection with, that person, they know you, and they will respond, so they will come. But because you're on a human level, they're on a spirit level, so you both have to sort of find a level that you can communicate with, similar to when you have, you're on a Zoom call and the internet is not working properly. The person freezes, you can't hear them properly. So that might be at the beginning a bit like that. But the more you practice this connection, the easier and the stronger it gets. but also you have to learn which way works for you. So the spirit world will communicate with you through your five sense gates. And that's your seeing, your hearing, your smelling, your tactiles that you can feel like pins and needles that somebody is there, or you just know it within you. For example, my grandma, when she comes in, I always get the smell of roses because when she was alive still, she had a beautiful, beautiful rose garden. And as kids, she didn't really like it when we were playing too much in the rose garden because they're sacred roses. So every time she comes in, I just get like a huge, yeah, bucket of rose smell. So just yeah, keep an eye on what sense gate works for you, how they're trying to communicate with you. And if you don't get it, just say it. Like, don't be a dead fish. Just say, hey, I'm not getting any messages. Can you communicate in a different way with me? Can you tell me through listening, through a sound? Can you show me an image? Can you show me a color? Can you make my skin tingle, or come closer? You have to communicate. It's yeah, it's not a one-way street where you have to play the guessing game. Just, yeah, give feedback, and yeah, then you will can have a conversation or receive some insights, whatever you want. And then at the end, you just give gratitude, you say thank you, and you release that, and you disconnect from it, and you also close your sacred space again. So yeah, if you feel called to do this, just yeah, put a candle on, or it doesn't really need to be a candle. You can just look at something else as well. If you have a picture of the grandma, it's even easier. You put the picture there, and you focus on that picture. Because when you connect to the spirit world, your mind needs to be outside your body. Because if your mind is inside your body, if you're inside your body, you cannot receive any messages. You need to be outside to be communicating. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this little video and got some insights. Let me know if you have any questions. And I would also like to do a healing in the next few weeks if you guys are interested. But I would probably prefer to do it live rather than pre-recording, just because the energy is a bit stronger then. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Take care.